Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Um, I was browsing the Facebook this morning and I came across this person's post, and all it said was, "Does money buy you happiness? One, agree. Two, disagree." That's all it said. I could not believe the amount of people that commented with a one or said agreed. It blew my mind. And I felt like there is a lot there to unpack. A lot of people that don't have money or did not come from money do think that money will buy them happiness because they can buy whatever they want. They can go wherever they want, right? I was one of those people, and I'm talking 100% from experience. I was one of those people. I did not come from money. I grew up very poor. And then I actually got to the point where I was very well off. I had wealth. I do still have wealth. I can do and go and travel wherever I want to. The funniest part about my story is it was at the very peak of having all of this money that I've never had before that I was the most unhappiest in my entire life. And that's when I really started my healing journey. Because it was at that moment that I realized if I have everything and I'm wealthy and I have all this money and I can do and go wherever I want and I have all this freedom, what is it that I'm missing then? Why am I so unhappy? I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. And it just confused me even more. And then I started thinking, well, it's got to have something to do with me, right? And it did. It had everything to do with me. So what I learned through my healing process was that, number one, money does not buy you happiness. It buys you options. That's all it does, right? If you have a boat, money can buy you a bigger boat. If you want to have friends over for a party, you can have more friends over for a bigger party. If you have a small apartment, you can have a bigger apartment, right? It buys you options. Number two, happiness only amplifies who you are as a person. If you are a jerk without money, a bully, rude, racist, prejudiced, if you're that type of person without any money, you're just going to be a complete entitled prick with money. Okay? If you are kind and giving with no money, you will be very generous with money. All money does is amplify who you are as a person. It does not buy you happiness. There's no such thing as buying happiness. Look at celebrities. How many of them have all of this money and they still commit suicide? They die from drug overdoses. They're in rehabs. They're alcoholics. They have no family. They're alone. Happiness starts here. It starts here. Okay? And the same thing, like, even in a relationship, you know? If you are a cheater with no money, you're going to be probably an even bigger cheater with 5 different girlfriends at the same time with money, because you can afford to take them, each girlfriend, out on different, out on every weekend and on different vacations without any of them knowing about it, right? So, I mean, all it does is amplify who you are as a person. It does not buy happiness. So when I saw that post and I saw how many people really were like, oh yeah, absolutely, it would definitely buy my happiness. Like, oh my God. This is obviously people that, I shouldn't say obviously because I don't want to judge. I want to be more curious than anything. But I think of people that say that, and I think of myself before I had money, because I honestly, truly did believe that money would solve all my problems and therefore I would be happy. But then when that time came and I had money and I was the most depressed, that's when I got on antidepressants. I went to my doctor and said, I don't want to wake up every morning. Like, my life is that bad. And I have no idea why. I have everything I could ever dream of. I am content with my life. I'm happy with my life. I have a lot of money. I can support my family. Everything's great. But I want to die. And I don't know why. I'm just so unhappy with myself, who I am as a person. And then that's when I had to really start unraveling all of my layers and go back to my childhood and start looking at my life in the perspective of that girl now as an adult. And I had to heal those wounds. Now I'm pivoting my career, so I don't have as much money as I used to. I am fine. I'm still well off, but I certainly don't have as much money as I used to. And I'm the happiest I've ever been. So it's all about healing. It has nothing to do with money. And if you think it has to do with money, you need to go back to your money mindset and figure out why you feel that money will buy you happiness. Where does that stem from? Did somebody tell you when you were a child that that's the goal in life, is only to just have money and that's where all your happiness will lie? Where does all of that come from? So it's good to get curious about why you have a mindset like that and why you think that. What happened to you that makes you think that this will solve everything, right? And what behaviors and mindsets do you need to acknowledge in order to start healing? That's the big one, okay? So anyways, that's my tidbit for today. I'm glad I came across that post, and I'm glad that I was able to really look back and see my own progress just in that one post and just be like, wow, I'm so glad I don't believe in that anymore. I'm so glad that I learned, and I'm so glad that it brought me to my healing journey and that I came out on the other side of that. So anyways, happy Friday, guys. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's Bike Week here in New Hampshire. So if you are in the area or you are up here for Bike Week, be safe, ride carefully, and watch out for motorcycles because they are out there. All right. Bye, guys.